Hey fellow garage golfers, Brolin here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. So I got something brand new that I'm going to be throwing at you guys. For those of you who follow our channel, you know that I normally do golf simulator and golf product reviews. Today we're going a whole different avenue, and I'm going to be doing my very first ever video game review from the people at EA Sports. If you saw us at the PGA Show 2023, you saw that we got a behind the scenes tour of EA Sports Road to the Masters. And I'm super excited to let you know I've got early access to it. I've been able to test it. I want to show you some gameplay, show you some of my favorite features, and give you an idea on what we think about EA Sports Road to the Masters. And that's coming at you right now. All right, so before we jump into the game, I want to show you that there's actually a couple of different versions of this game that you can actually get. And for the purpose of the review that we're doing here today, we're actually going to be testing it on the Xbox Series X, and we do have the Deluxe Edition that we're testing here today, just so you're aware. Now, what's the difference between the Deluxe and the regular version? Well, if you pre-order, the Deluxe Edition includes 1,500 PGA Tour points that you can use on the game, the PGA Tour XP bundle, and you also get Masters gear on the game as well. If you pre-order at all, and basically you would get access to the player's gear, which you see here, the Grand Slam gear bundle, and a Scotty Cameron putter that you can get on the game. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm reviewing this on 4/6/2023, but by the time this video comes out, it should be 4/7, which I believe is the time in which the game gets released, just so you're aware. Again, standard edition, you're going to get the base game, the player's gear, the Grand Slam gear bundle, and a Scotty Cameron putter if it's pre-ordered. If you got the Deluxe Edition for the Xbox Series X, you're also going to get 3-day early access to Augusta National. You get the 1,500 PGA Tour points, the PGA Tour XP bundle, the Masters gear, and believe it or not, you actually will get Madden NFL 2023 as well by ordering the Deluxe Edition. So what happens is you would get access, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And the Deluxe version, if you don't have EA Play, is $84.99, and if you do have EA Play, it's $76.49 with EA Play. But you would get access to Madden NFL 2023 All Madden Edition for either the Xbox One or the Xbox Series XS from April 7th, 2023. So really good deal in my book. If you're a fan of Madden like I've been playing Madden ever since the early 90s. And I remember when they looked like little Roblox characters and that kind of deal. So I've been playing Madden forever. And if you get Madden with the EA Sports Golf game as well, it's definitely a winner in my book and a great deal to take advantage of. All right, so jumping right into the game itself, the very first thing you're going to be able to do when you start the game as it's downloading, because it does take a bit to download, is you're going to be able to play with Scotty Scheffler as you go through a round of golf at Augusta National. So you're going to get right into it, get to test out Augusta National, see how you do with Scotty Scheffler. And as you're going through that whole process, there's a full tutorial. They're going to walk you through how to do everything, all your different shot options. They keep it simple. There's a lot of options that you can choose from, but you can also keep it very simple as well. So that's a really cool feature. I do like that, and you get to kind of learn the game before you really get started with the full download. So that's a neat feature. Now, on the screen, you're going to see my golfer. Here's the first gripe I have about the game. With the golfer, obviously, the golfer doesn't look anything like me, so that's okay. That doesn't really matter. But the one gripe I do have about it is when you build your golfer, let's say you go to identity, this is how you start off. All right, so let's go to body, all right? So here's your body options as a golfer. You got body 1, and we have body 2. And that's it. You got slim or muscular. Where's the love for the big bone golfers? Where's the John Daly body option? That's what I want. That's how I want to see my golfer going up and down the course. I'm a bigger bone guy. We need some love for the bigger bone guys, and or girls for that matter, as you select your body type. So we would like to see that, EA Sports. We want some love for the big bone golfers that don't mind being big bone and don't mind going up and down that golf course. So that's one thing I'd like to see as we continue. But again, you have options to choose different things with your hair color, your eye color, all that kind of stuff. I always like the idea, and it's just never really fully been developed, I think, to the level where it could easily be, where you use a camera where it scans your face and it absolutely looks just like you. I think that's a really cool feature. I know we've had some versions, with the Kinect and different things where it did have a camera, but none of that really panned out to the level where you can create your own person on a game, have them look just like you. So that's something I'd like to see still implemented in the future at a better level. Other than that, that's really my only gripe, because you have to create a golfer as you get started anyways. That's what you're going to use throughout career mode, which is one of your options that you're going to play. Give us some love for the big bone golfers out there. So what I thought I'd do for you guys today is I'm going to go ahead and play which 3 holes for you, which is something we do all the time in the golf simulator. And we'll just go to quick play and play a quick 3 holes of golf for you so we can see. You're going to see multiple game options as you play: stroke play, match play, skins, best ball, 4-ball, team ball, alternate shot, foursomes, all kinds of things you're playing. If you're playing with friends, really, really cool. Let's just take you into a stroke play game really quick here. And you're going to see the courses. And now these are all the courses. There's 30 courses altogether that come with the game: Augusta National, Pebble Beach, the Ocean Course, TPC Sawgrass, St. Andrews, East Lake, Bay Hill, TPC Scottsdale, Quail Hollow, Liberty National, Torrey Pines, Whistling Straits, TPC Boston, the Riviera, Chambers Bay, TPC Southwind, Bandon Dunes, Evian Resort, Top of the Rock in Ridgedale, Missouri, Wilmington Country Club, PGA West, Tara Itty, I'm not sure of that one, Harbor Town, the Country Club, Banff Springs, Southern Hills, Wolf Creek, Lighthouse Point, Wetlands, Teeth of the Dog, and that's it. So those are 30 courses. Now, in the future, it's possible we're going to see more courses. Obviously, I think so. That would be really cool. What I also like to see maybe is, like we see in some golf simulators, potential to do something like community-based courses where they use LiDAR to create these courses. I'm thinking golf simulators down the road, EA Sports mixed with golf simulator play. That would be right up my alley. That would be super cool. And I think that's definitely something that a lot of people would like to see. Because we're here, it's Augusta time. We got to play Augusta National. Let's just play the first 9. We're only going to play 3 holes for you. I'm not going to use my golfer just because he's horrible right now, but I'll give you an idea on the golfers that are in the game as well. We got Scotty Scheffler, Cantley, got Xander Schauffele, Tony Finau, Dustin Johnson, Nelly Korda, Sung J M, Joaquin Niemann, Hideki Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth, Lexi Thomas, Bryson DeChambeau, Jin Young Ko, Brooks Koepka, Danielle King. So you're seeing male and female golfers, really cool. Jessica Korda, Jason Day, Harold Varner III, Bubba Watson, Abraham Ancer, Cameron Champ, and Ian Poulter. So I'm a bit surprised by some of these names, as you may be. We got Poulter, we got Watson, we obviously have Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau. There's a lot of live golf names on that list. So I'm wondering how long ago these characters were created. And I'm wondering what other characters we may see down the road. And again, is community-based characters going to be a thing like it is in, say, WWE 2K, something like that, where you can add your own characters? I think that's a pretty cool feature also. So let's go ahead and play with one of my favorites, Tony Finau, and we'll just get that kind of started. Now, again, you can play multiple people. I'm just going to show you my gameplay, but you could also play like against the computer, obviously. So we'll show you a computer player if you wanted to add that. Let's see if I can do it without that and just start the round, just so I can show you what's going on here and show you how to play it a bit as well. All right, so here you see Augusta National Golf Club, Augusta, Georgia. Beautiful. The graphics on this game are absolutely incredible. 5 out of 5, easy. I'll just tell you that now. Really, really cool features. Lots of really cool stuff there. And here you see the first hole, which is T Olive. They name all of the holes after flowers. So that's a really cool feature, just like they do at Augusta. Really, really nice. You get a hole flyover before you play each hole. It's absolutely gorgeous graphics. All right, so just taking you through some quick mechanics of the game. You have the option to hit RB and LB to change your drive style. Power drive, punch, stinger. This is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Knockdown, finesse, and normal shot. As you hit a shot, you could also spin the ball a certain way, and then you could also change your club by hitting the right trigger to change between your different options. So very, very simple. Anyone who's played a golf game before, you're going to obviously recognize this quite easily. On the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll hit A to address the golf ball. You can hit Y to view where you're aiming. And while you're aiming, you could also hit left or right. And the shadow you see is going to be where your ball is going to land based upon where your shot is. Hit Y to remove that. If you hit X, you basically go back to where it was originally aiming. And then left and right, adjust the aim as you're zoomed in. And right thumbstick, right or left, will adjust the type of shot you want to try to hit, whether it be a draw, a straight shot, or a fade. So really, really cool. So hit A to address the ball. I'm just going to hit a normal shot here. And one thing I do want to share with you is you're going to see a little bit of distortion on the screen as I'm playing. That is definitely not something that you see while you're playing. That just happened for whatever reason when I was screen capturing the game itself. So if anyone knows how to fix that, since this is my first video game review, please let me know. But I did see some distortion as it transferred over to my external hard drive. Nothing you see in the game, so if you see any of that, please note that that's not part of the game itself. You won't see that while you're playing. And there you see your swing meter. Now you're going to bring your club back with the left thumbstick, and you're going to try to go back and through, very similar to playing a game of Madden, kicking a field goal as you used to do in the past. My left thumb is very shaky, you'll see that, but let's go ahead and hit a drive here. Not a bad shot, but you see I'm a little off there. All right, so I'm going to, first shot, obviously, end up in the bunker. So I like to keep it realistic, just as I would probably in real life, obviously. So now I'm in the bunker on the first shot. Let's go ahead and show you a couple other things here. So now we're in the bunker. Again, you can take different shots. You can blast it out, pick it out, punch it, knock down, finesse, regular approach shot. All right, so now I'm going to hit the Y button to aim, and that's where I'm aiming. And there you see the green as well, as far as where the green is going to be breaking. So I'm just going to try to hit a shot right there. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to hit A, and let's take a look. It tells me if my shot was slow, if it was fast. My shot tends to be a little slow, and I normally tend to hit a little bit of a draw based upon how I move my thumbstick. So, and as Augusta is very unfair, there rolls my ball all the way off the green. So now I'll be hitting an approach shot. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite features of this game because I do it in real life all the time. All right, so here I am, and there you see the green. You can see how much of a break it has. So let's say I wanted to aim right about there. I can change that shot again, spinner. There's my favorite feature, the Texas wedge. I'm from Texas. You can actually putt your shot if you want off the green. Really, really cool feature as well. You can hit a flop, you get a high flop, long flop, runner, pitch. So I'm just gonna try a normal pitch shot and let's see how we do. Now, where I tend to fault a bit is with my backswing. You're gonna see that little niche on the screen there. You're going to try to stop your swing before that, and I tend to go a little bit past it. So let's see if I can stop my swing before that. Okay, that's not bad there. Let's see where we do. Okay, again, I haven't been spinning the ball. I'll show you that on the next hole here in just a minute. Let's see if we can make this putt. Now, putting is going to be aim assisted for you, but you still have to line your lineup. You're going to see a line that shows me that it's going to be a double breaker here. And just going to aim a little bit left there, and let's see how we do. So we're going to approach the putt the same way. Now this one does have a meter in which you'll try to stop it and then go through. You'll see that middle line there between the two larger lines. I'm going to use my thumbstick to go back and through. And break back. Oh. Now the line doesn't always adjust. That's why I moved it. So you're like, most people are probably watching and saying, why did you move the line? Well, you really have to move the line still, even though there's a line there. It just depends on how you set it up, and I have it kind of on easy mode. But still, if I just leave the line the way it is, I've noticed I miss putts that way, so I still have to adjust putts. So I'm 1 over through 1. We got 2 more holes to go that we'll show you here, and we'll see if we can hopefully get back to par or under par. All right, so we're on hole number 2. It's gonna be a par 5, 575 yards, pink dogwood. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead and hit this shot here. I've already lined it up, but there you see again, you can aim. So knowing my shot and that I tend to hit a bit of a draw, I'm gonna go ahead and line this up there, and let's take the shot. All right, now, if I hit A to the right, you're gonna see my ball starting to spin right. See that little arrow on the bottom right? So now you can kind of adjust some of the spin. It's not gonna dramatically alter your shot, but it gives you some really good spin when you're around the green there. So that's a really, really good drive there. 327-yard carry, 369 total. Of course, we know Tony Finau has that kind of power, of course. So we're setting up our second shot, and we're hoping for birdie here. All right, so we're in the back right part of the green. Just going to aim a little bit safe there. And there we see, again, we're going to line up our shot, and we have that little niche that I'm going to try to hit and not go past it, otherwise I'm going to hit it too far. So let's go ahead and do that. Went a little bit past it still, and again, you can see the draw. I'm going to try to spin it. It's probably going to be too far. Yep, going into the crowd. Did spin a little bit. Not going to save me on a bad shot, but again, I tend to hit a draw. So my only issue with the thumbstick is that I just have a really hard time going back and through for whatever reason. I got to work on that a bit. All right, so I'm lining up my shot here, and I'm going to show you a little bit different type of shot on this one. So let's say I wanted to hit more of a flop shot, and let's come up a little bit short there and see how we do. So now I'm going to hit a flop shot right around the green. Again, you have lots of options, and you see the meter there on my backswing, which I'm going to try to stay under again. Not bad there. Let's see how that lands. So you got lots of control, and that's a really good shot there. So perfect. I'm looking to hopefully make a birdie here on this putt. Tony's pretty pumped about it. All right, so this one should be relatively safe. I moved it a little to the left, and we're going to try to knock down this birdie here. All right. So my first like 6 holes, I was like 15, 20 over or something crazy. Then you start to get the hang of it. You start to get the thumbstick down a bit. I notice I almost feel like I have to bring my thumbstick back into the right a little bit just to kind of keep it straight. But I'm still working on that. Now, if you do want to adjust it from, say, your left thumbstick to your right thumbstick, that's also a control feature that you can do. Maybe you feel more comfortable with the right thumbstick than the left for the swing or for the putting. So that's definitely an option, which is cool. You can do that. All right, so I'm going to see if we can drive this ball here. We are on the last hole, and we're going to play for which 3 holes today. And we're going to see if we can drive this ball down there with Tony's power. Pretty straight there, not bad. He likes it. A little club twirl there from Tony Finau. Not on the green, but you see all the undulation, all the slope at Augusta National, so really cool. 38 yards to the hole. So let's see what we can do creatively around the hole and keep this thing at, or hopefully get it down to par here for these 3 holes, which is definitely something I wouldn't do in real life at Augusta. So, all right, so we got a pitch, spinner. Let's try this spinner shot. Let's see what happens. I think we're going to want to come up a little bit short there, a little bit right, and let's see what he does with the spinner. Oh, I didn't quite get it where I wanted it. Lots of hill there that I had to get it over. All right, so we're still putting for par. Let's see if we can make a par on this hole. All right, let's show you an example. All right, so there's my line. Now, if I were to leave it there, I'd miss it way, way left. All right, so I'm gonna have to aim where I feel like it's going to go in. So let's say, let's try right about there. Anybody who's played any other kind of golf game, including Memorial Golf, anything like that, you know exactly what you're doing here. So let's take a look and see how we do on this putt. And I still missed it. Joe side. You always want to be pro side, and I missed it Joe side, which is short of the cup. So we got to see if we can make this for bogey. Line it up. And knock it down. All right, so I am at par. All right, not bad. I had 1 bogey, I had 1 birdie, and I had 1 par. We'll definitely take that for which 3 holes this time around. A lot better than I would have done in real life. Let me know your thoughts. All right, so we've shown you which 3 holes. I'd like to show you a few other features of the game that I really like. I want to show you all the different modes. So we got career mode, competitive mode, which is head-to-head online. You can play against other people online. You could also do the challenge mode, which is going to be a bunch of different challenges that you can try out. Featured challenges, different things. Very similar, I believe. Let's go ahead and look at one of these challenges. So let's just say the 2023 Players Championship. And let's click on that. So you have sequences that you're going to go through on the challenge as you play, earn stars to basically win the sequences as you continue to move on. So for example, the first one is you're playing as Colin Morikawa. So from 235 yards, he hit a second shot to within 4 feet. He would convert for an eagle and tie for a lead at that point. Give it a shot yourself. So you have to do certain things like land all 5 balls on the green, hit 1 shot to within 10 feet, hit 1 shot to within 4 feet. So you have different holes, different players that you're going to play as to do that, which is really cool. So that's a really neat feature, kind of very similar to Madden moments in the past. That's a neat feature as well. Social is a feature where you meet golfers all over the world while playing the world's greatest game. There are low stakes here, so just take it easy and hit them straight. No worries if you don't. So you can play Augustus Amen Corner, you can do random or any, and another really, really cool feature that you can test out there. Tournaments, you can compete solo and online tournaments. So I have not played a tournament yet, obviously. They give you the opportunity to play around by yourself and compete against other players globally, or another really nice feature. So a very community-based game here, I think really, really cool. That's a very cool feature where you play 4 holes, launch special, 4 holes arcade, pro, or tour. You get to pick your level basically. And then as you go through each thing, it's going to give you little kind of tips on what you're doing, of course. There's weekly tournaments. So if you were to pick up the game today, play today, you'd have options to play these tournaments. You have an entry fee. It gives you basically your points, as you see there, trophy points, different things to enter. Seasonal tournaments, you have unlimited entries for some of these things as well. And then it's going to keep track of all your tournaments as well. So really cool feature. And then you can just play against a friend online. If somebody else has another version of the game as well, you can play that, so that's neat. Now I don't know for sure if you can play against people on other devices such as PS5 or computer-based, but I will find out for you and let you know in the comments section just so you're aware on that as well. So one other thing I definitely have to mention is the store feature, which I think is one of the coolest parts about the entire game. And the reason why is they have all true to life clubs that are out there in regards to clubs from Titleist, PXG, Callaway. Here you see the Callaway Paradigm driver, which is huge on tour right now. Titleist TSI driver, which I've tested here on the channel as well. Srixon. So you have all kinds of different options that you can then equip your player with as you continue to move up and you gain points and different things. So we got brands from Mizuno, Ping, TaylorMade, all kinds of things, Srixon. So lots and lots of different options. The coolest thing about it, these are all real clubs that are out there that the actual PGA Tour players are using. So definitely a really cool feature in my book. Anything from putters, you got Amura wedge, TaylorMade, high toe raw wedge. So all kinds of different things that over time I'm going to really be looking to equip my player with. The PXG Blackjack putter is another one that we've tested. So lots and lots of really cool stuff. You even have choices of putter grips and everything that's out there as far as things that you want. And that doesn't even mention the full store wasn't accessible to me right now as of the time of this review. As you see here under featured, not everything was accessible. But there are a lot of different options, and there's a whole bunch of clothing options as well that we haven't even got into. But of course, you have things like Nike, Bogey Boys. So again, that's something down the road. Let's see some Garage Golf merch down the road. I think that'd be really, really cool. But they got polos, Bad Birdies on there, the Master Stripe polos. So this is going to be something obviously very, very unique to your own custom golfer, the way you want to make it. And it's definitely something that I see me tinkering with a lot as far as changing all the different outfits and clothes for your golfer as you go through the entire weekend or around the golf. I think that's something that's really cool that EA's done a fantastic job on, and I look forward to testing that out. But again, hopefully in 2024 version, we'll have some Garage Golf stuff on there as well that we can share with people that are out there that follow our brand. Now, career mode, when you're starting career mode, you have the option to pick where you want to start out. If you want to start on the USGA R&A, or you want to start in Korn Ferry Tour, or if you just want to jump right into the PGA Tour. So if you started, let's say here, USGA R&A, this is, you have playing in the Women's Championship there, the R&A Amateur Championship, the Asia Pacific Championship. So you go through different things, UK, USA, stuff like that. Korn Ferry Tour, you click that one. And you start off with your tour season settings, AI scoring difficulty, you get to pick that, kind of go through different settings that you want, or you can leave it standard the way it's set up. And you would traditionally basically go through that process, and then you'll work your way up to obviously the PGA Tour as you go. So you'll complete any of the following to advance. You finish the regular season in the top 75 to qualify for the Korn Ferry Tour Finals. Finish the Korn Ferry Tour Finals inside the top 30, you earn your PGA card, and you win 3 regular season events to move on to the next level as well. As you go in there, you have coaching challenges, Korn Ferry Tour rankings, season timeline. So really, really cool stuff that you have for your tour mode. Now, the only way I see this kind of advancing a little bit more and maybe being more creative and just kind of little things that I thought of on my end to make it more creative was having like a community-based area where you can go and meet up with other people. Very similar to, I would say, something like the 2K series, The only one I really can think of is NBA 2K, where you walk around in like a community, you can play pickup games, you can do different things like that. That would be a really cool feature, but for golf. And I thought maybe they could have like a golf store where you go and you purchase your clothes, but you walk around and actually interact and do these things like you do in a community-based mode. I think that would be really cool. They could have different areas where you can go practice different things that you walk to and you work on, say, hitting out of the bunker. Maybe you go indoors and you play in a golf simulator or something cool like that. So lots of cool ways that you could interact. And of course, that golf simulator would be brought to you by Garage Golf, of course. So yeah, the community-based feature would be a really cool thing to see moving forward, maybe in a new iteration of the game down the road. Another thing that we thought would be really, really cool is you progress. Let's say you start off with a certain caddy, and maybe down the road, you're able to get a caddy with more experience. You have to decide, kind of like a franchise mode, when you hire a new caddy, when you do certain things with your career, how you spend your money, what you're doing, all that kind of stuff as far as your earnings. So a whole lot of ways to be more interactive in the career, or almost even like a franchise style mode as you progress your character throughout the years, throughout the events. I think that would be a really, really cool feature, something that you can continue to move based upon each year. It was 2023, you move on to 2024 and beyond, while continuing to progress with not only your golfer, but say your brand, your financials, and what you're doing with your business. I think that would be a really cool feature also. All right, so overall in the end, really, really cool features from EA Sports Road to the Masters. This is my first ever video game review. I wanted to get you some gameplay without droning on and on. So hopefully you liked the gameplay and like what you saw. But if you have any questions on anything that I didn't cover, make sure you reach out to me in the comment section and let me know. If you liked the video, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, especially if you're new here from the video game side of things. We do a lot of things that really mesh well with both golf and video games, since we do a lot of golf simulator stuff. So think of it as an immersive video game that you're actually getting to take advantage of, standing in there, taking real shots on a golf simulator. Really, really cool stuff. Again, I really would love to see EA Sports kind of jump into that golf simulator world as well. I think there's a ton of potential there for them to do that and have a version of this that would work with golf simulators. The graphics are incredible. The overall ball mechanics, the ball flight, everything is super, super fun. I had a great time reviewing it. I really appreciate you hanging out with me and bearing with me through my first video game review. Hopefully I did a decent job for you. There's too much to jump into all in one video, but if there's any features that I didn't show you that you'd like to see, reach out to me anytime, let me know. Roland@mygaragegolf.com. Make sure to reach out to me, let me know anytime. As far as the flaws of the game, very few and far between. I'd like to see more features with your creator golfer. If that's one of the first things that you have us do, give me more body types. Give some love to the big bone golfers out there that don't mind being big bone and walking up and down that course. Where's that John Daly body style? Like I said, I want to see that John Daly body style on the game. Let's get some Garage Golf in next year's game. Hopefully we can get some Garage Golf merchandise and branding. I know that's a huge wish list thing, but I'd love to see some Garage Golf gloves, hats, things like that in the game. Hopefully, if I continue to partner well with EA Sports, maybe that's something we'll see in a future version. I know that's a wish list thing for me more than anything. But I'd like to see also some community-based features that's a little bit more in-depth. Again, very similar to, say, NBA 2K versions of the game, where you get to walk around, interact with other golfers, go to different stations, test out things, go to stores where you buy your shoes and your clothing. I think that would be a really, really cool immersive experience. And then maybe more of like, say, a franchise mode again, as we talked about, with a caddy, with the ability to be able to enhance your golfer, not only as a golfer continuing through the tour, but as a brand, because the way golfers work, they're their own brand. You know, they're their own NFL team per se, you know. So if you have franchise mode in Madden, it's very in-depth. Let's have that with the golfer. Let's have them establish their brand. Let's have them get, you know, commercial accounts, different things like that, where they can continue to establish that brand and grow income as they continue throughout their career. That'd be really, really cool stuff to see down the road. And again, I haven't delved fully into the career mode, so maybe some of that stuff is in there, but we'll get a better idea as we continue to progress. I wanted to pump out some content to get this out to you guys in time. I'm going to continue to play it, and if I have more reviews or more input on the game, I'll definitely come out with another video for you also. So thanks again for everything. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As always, until the next time, keep on golfing. As far as the EA Sports Road to the Masters, I'm going to give you guys 4.5 golfies. I think we're very, very close to a really, really cool game. 4.5 golfies out of 5. And I'm really, really happy with it. Look forward to continuing to play it in the future. Till the next time, as always, keep on golfing. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.